Now, following Thursday's terror tragedy in Barcelona, yet another attack was thwarted just 100 miles south of the Spanish city. All assailants were shot by the police. However, one woman was killed, bringing the current death toll from 2 days of terror in Spain to now 14 people, including one American. But several other attacks across Europe of smaller magnitude also happened. RT's Alexey Yaroshevsky is joining us now live with the details. Alexey, so what are the latest incidents all about?
Well, first of all, on Friday afternoon, there was an incident in the rather small town of Turku in Finland, some 100 miles from the capital Helsinki, when a lone attacker went into one of the central squares and started stabbing people with knife. 2 people were killed, 6 were injured eventually. The attacker himself was shot in the leg and detained by the police. Now, it is reported that he has not got a Finnish citizenship. He's an outsider, also reportedly of not really Caucasian origin, so he's maybe from the Middle Eastern country. But the one thing that the Finnish police is stressing, particularly that it's not an act of terror, which is something that the Spanish authorities declared minutes after what happened in Barcelona on Thursday. And another incident in Germany, in the city of Wuppertal-Elberfeld, happened on Friday as well. Also a stabbing incident, also a person running into a square. 1 person was killed, 1 person was injured. Not much reported about the suspect. Also, only one thing is that it's an outsider as well. And the police also stressed that it's absolutely nothing to do with a terror attack, according to the ABC News. So yeah, 2 incidents. Authorities in both cases say that it's not terror, but you know, considering what happened in Barcelona, that's something that people are speculating about.
So the other 2 cities being a little more conservative in outright calling it terrorism, different than what we saw in Barcelona. So on that topic, on Spain, what about this second attack? What can you tell us about the suspects?
So on Thursday, we obviously saw the van ramming into the crowds in La Rambla in Barcelona, killing 13 people. And on Friday morning, actually Friday night, there was another attack in a city of Cambrils, which is 100 miles south of Barcelona. It's a resort town. Basically, the plot was the same. The people in a van tried to ram into a crowd, essentially killing 1 woman. But the police was on the ground and they opened fire and killed all 5 people in that truck. So right now they're trying to determine who those people were. But the fact that that led the authorities in Spain to believe that it was a part of a larger terrorist plot, because we know 4 people have been detained in connection to the Barcelona attack. 1 of them is a Spanish citizen. The other 3 are citizens of Morocco, but all 4 believed to be of Moroccan origin. And now the authorities are openly saying that there may have been up to 8 people construing this attack, that there may have been a larger plot, maybe that, it was thwarted, but they would not rule out if there could be any more additional attacks. But talking about the victims now, 13 people were killed in Barcelona on Thursday, 1 woman in Cambrils, so 14 people over 2 days. More than 100 injured. Some of them are still in a very serious condition, remaining in hospitals. And, for those who have ever been to Barcelona and know what La Rambla is, it's a very touristy place. There's one statistic. The victims were from at least 34 countries, including the United States, Germany, Australia, Kuwait, and even Peru. So it's from all over the world. And now we have a confirmation that at least one American died in the attacks. That's something confirmed by the State Department, although the U.S. consul in Barcelona is now working together with the U.S. authorities to determine whether there were any more Americans killed or injured in that attack on Thursday.
Yes, certainly 34 countries across the globe. This is a global problem affecting all these nations. And as we saw, Alexey, between last summer and this summer, we've seen so many rented vans and truck attacks. Is this becoming a trend where they're renting these vehicles and just driving them into crowds?
No, absolutely. This is something for the terrorism experts to consider, because if you've seen over the year, starting on July 14th in Nice in France, those kind of tactics, ramming a truck into a crowd, have become frequent. And we did a little montage to explain how many attacks happened over the last year.
Ходил с журналистом, 2 сделал официальное заявление.
Move back! Keep on moving!
So you see, this is how terrorism evolved in Europe, basically, from large-scale attacks. If we remember this Spanish attack in 2004 in Madrid, the subway bombings, 192 people killed.
Yeah.
Right now, the death toll is smaller, but the frequency is really concerning, and a lot of experts in terrorism are saying right now that this may be the new terrorist thing, you know, the soft targets and vans and stabbings and things like that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for filing that report and staying on top of this, Alexey Yaroshevsky.